It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get what he supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na paper. Maiyegun diary. Maiyegun la mo do. Maiyegun diary.
Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary, àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun diary, ó sì tún ṣe.
I mean, it's been a while, and somehow I have been like off and on lately. Yeah, there's been so much going on, by the way. However, I will always still kind of find time to share, these moments always with you as time permits. So share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Let us dabble into the political charade in Nigeria, and possibly those who are setting themselves up to be outbroken by these politicians who are making different promises and all that. Same old, same old. So you might possibly be getting a bit of a saving grace, an idea of the characters you are dealing with. You know them, but somehow, there's something called the Stockholm Syndrome. And this is so prevalent among Nigerians. They will say, let's forget about that one. Let's move on. Then they get duped again. Then when they get duped again, they scream, no, we'll never take this. Then they forget. Then they get duped again and again and again and again. Somehow, some of us have chosen not to be in that basket. And on this platform tonight, I have a lot of stuff to share with you. And I've got a beautiful moment that you are going to enjoy as well with me. So share the broadcast. Tell them.
And yes, we like oh, Baba, and yes, we like DJ Badi, and yes, we like Presido Barufio, and yes, we like
those who wants to cook up a violence and be violence on YouTube, they should calm down, because we are going to be taking this as usual, one after the other. Okay, and if we have enough time, we will open up the line and have a wee chat as usual. So ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce to you that today you and I can take this to the bank. And what's that? The coming of people destroying people that they were placing themselves as the alternatives of those who are going to rescue Nigeria from APC. Or ironically, the same set of people who brought APC upon Nigeria are the same set of people in PDP today, now angling to rescue you from that. But there are so many twists to this. Something that made Wike the darling of all the presidential aspirants in Nigeria today. But let us take it bit by bit. Like I said, where Wike said he's going to help a PDP to lose, which means he is going to help them to further destroy or self-destroy. But that is not without a cost. Remember, Wike confirmed that he met with Tifnumbu's group or team in London. So this is the picture of what the political formation in Nigeria is currently tilting towards. I don't know what exactly is attractive about Wike and Rivers, but somebody said it's because of the deep pockets. After Nigeria, you have Lagos. After Lagos, you have Port Harcourt, which is the river states. So Wike has a deep pocket. He's been outbroken. He's been deceived. And he's been played by the Northern Brotherhood. Now he is ready to take his pound of flesh. This time around, according to him, yeah, well, let me put it this way. Before I even go further, let me tell you something. As you are currently in any way investing your time, your energy, your emotion into the 2023 charade in Nigeria, I just want to quickly say something to you. You see, all of the players who are currently somehow are going to promise you everything you've heard before. Maybe in a different way, they are making other deals, the real ones, that could make them president or make them anything without you in the picture. When I say you, I'm talking about whether you are Al-Qaeda People's Congress member, APC, whether you are people destroying people's member, PDP, whether you are obedient, obedience, or what have you, whichever one you choose right now, your emotion, your time, your resources, and every other thing are being invested. But again, on the side, how I wish that you are indeed involved or considered in their permutation. So, put it this way. PDP scattered
because Atiku and the rest of them were desperate. Yeah. For 16 years of PDP rule, there is one something that if they have abused everywhere, as everyone, abused the chance they had, right? You would never believe the level of disdain, the level of condescending treatment that they have given to the Eastern Nigeria. And I'll tell you why. For 16 years, when it comes to president in Nigeria, the people of Eastern Nigeria, the Biafrans, the Igbos, right? They have been loyal to PDP since 1999. But guess what? In those first 16 years of a PDP rule, right? The entire Eastern Nigeria, right, remains as it were. Talking about the federal government presence there. When you talk about what led to the open confession, or let me say open detachment of the Igbos and Biafrans from Nigeria, you can attribute that to 16 years of people destroying people rules in Nigeria, which Atiku was part of. Today, they are talking about no seaport in Eastern Nigeria, no good road in Eastern Nigeria, no real network in Eastern Nigeria, no real international airport in Eastern Nigeria. All of these things were calculatively, or let me say intentionally made so. However, when the Atiku and gang, right, when they felt cheated that Goodluck Egbere Jolantan was, in fact, somebody from the minority ethnic group in Nigeria with the audacity to say he wants to continue to be president. The second time that eventually pushed this Atiku and gang, because they said it was the turn of the North. Now, cut all that short with all of those disappointments and the failure combined, including what led them out, which was what's that called? Their turn by turn Nigeria Limited, North and South, right? Now, 2017, after installing APC, Egbekegbe, right? Atiku returned. And when they returned to take over their PDP. Meanwhile, there's somebody called Wike, the one that is now the bone tied to their neck. How? Wike was also ambitious, like Shebina, because he was the turn of the North. And the North won't let a Southerner complete his second term. That was what gave birth to APC and Bokwari. Whatever damages or whatever they have done to Nigeria today, then this PDP should be responsible for it. But to Wike, it was rebuilding a PDP that when APC, Egbekegbe had done, when it is the turn of the Southern Nigeria, it would probably be the only one left with influence to take that slot. So he played along with them in the North, funding them, pumping money over there, buying friendship, buying loyalty, and the rest of that. But sadly, after nearly 1 trillion naira spent of River State money, right, Wike got jilted. And many people are wondering today, why is he so embittered? Why is he so angry? His interest of contesting to be president of Nigeria, right, should have been on maybe, about service, so to say. But there is more to it. The more to it is that, number one, Wike knows, as an individual himself who has been in the system, he knows that Southern Nigeria will continue to remain an appendage of the Northern ruling class. He thought he could beat them to it until he kissed the dust, and he is not letting go. Meanwhile, Atiku, on the other hand, is pretending to be, as usual, like pretending to be, hey, I actually love everyone. I want everybody to, it's for the sake of blah, 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 blah. Now, to know that PDP is not coming back. Now, what is next? Talking about the deals these guys are making, which is not about you. It's not about me. It's not about anybody. It's about themselves. Depends on which of your own lenses you are using to see them. They met in London. Wike, a PDP man, is now like, the center point of attraction in London. And when he met Atiku in London, he made demands. I'll tell you what he demanded. Before their primaries and the rest of that, Wike ensured that it was the one choosing or disposing who will hold what position in PDP. And they let him have his way all through until the last time when they now played him into agreeing to a northern party chairman, Ayu. Now, when Ayu, many of you won't believe it, it was the same Wike who actually pushed for this Ayu, because, if PDP has a northern chairman as a party chairman, they won't want to have the party tickets for a northern candidate. That was where they played him. Since it's the democracy of choosing and all that, yeah? When Wike met Atiku in London, I'll tell you what we heard, it demanded. Okay? First, they said, Wike demanded that if PDP, well, starting with the campaign, Wike demanded that he would want to be the DG, since he couldn't be the vice president anymore. So he would want to be the DG, that is a DG campaign, for Atiku. Meanwhile, they have already concluded on him, right? And he knows that they've concluded on him. They are just waiting for him that he should do whatever he wants to do after the election and then after 2023 or whatever happens, right? They will then deal with him, whatever they have in mind. And he knows. So he said he wants to be their DG. And at the same time, he wants the party chairman to resign, Ayu. And at the same time, when PDP wins, he would be the one to choose who is going to be the Senate president of Nigeria under PDP. Well, for those who said, for those who, the source within the meeting, they said, Atiku could just scoff like, okay. When I get back to Nigeria, we'll continue the meeting. When Atiku could go back to Nigeria, right? Of course, they're never going to do that for him. They know his intention and the rest of that. No. It's just a baby. We'll teach him and put him in his place. Something that really angers Wike. I'll share some of his clips with you, and you can see through that the anger, he met with Tifnumbu people too. When he met with Tifnumbu people, from what we heard, yeah, Tifnumbu on his own side, listen, this may not sound well to many of you, right? If APC, Egbekegbe, if they finally have, let me say, the group of jihadists inside this Boko Haram's government, right? If they finally get convinced that all of their deeds are safe and they are immune from any kind of prosecution, and they finally settled for this Shetima as your president, but don't worry, Tifnumbu as the poster boy. It is somehow maybe kind of unnice to say. I can tell you this. Many of you may have to be preparing for a longer time of APC, Egbekegbe's rule. And I'll tell you why. You know, Nigeria, election is one of the lies that you have been telling yourself. So you know why? Most of the time, you love to ignore the obvious, because the obvious are things that you know are existing, but somehow you are telling yourselves, right? You will beat it. I am actually waiting for you to do that. But here is what they are all doing. You know, currently, APC, Egbekegbe, doesn't do election, especially when it comes to the one they are really, really interested in, right? There is no election. And these are what they put on their wall. It's called the electoral map. The electoral map is not about who likes them or who doesn't. It's about how many people they have been able, right, to put in the basket of that their rigging team. And I'll tell you how they do it. They are the government, Abby. Now, they control the military. They control their DSS. They control their police. They use them during elections. When the elections comes, it is always like war. Now, they control the areas where terrorists are currently controlling. I'll tell you how that works, right? If you haven't paid attention. More than 40 to 50, more than half of northern Nigeria today are no longer in control of the government of Nigeria. But when it comes to the resources sharing to all these areas, local governments, all these places, their state governments continue to take those money and they continue to share the money among themselves, while majority of these local government areas are no longer in the control of Nigeria at all. Same thing, they control the INEC. Your registrations, all your registrations that you have been bragging about, your PVC here and there, right? They control that too. There are areas that normally you will be wondering, how come that the number of people who are voting for APC, Egbekegbe, from this part of the north, areas like Niger, areas like Gombe, areas like Kerbi, Zamfara, areas like Borno, Jigawa, areas like Yobe. You see all these areas, more than 12 of them, completely terrorized area states. But when it comes to sharing of the allocations, they still share allocation to 774 local governments. You are now asking, where are those other local government areas that are now in control, under the control of a terrorist in northern Nigeria? Now, from what we have been told, right, since this APC, since they control the terrorists as well, they have told us that the escalation of the insecurity in these areas are meant to be increased as, on a stellar, steady. You won't go there to even go and campaign, talk less of going there to go and look for voters. But the votes of all those places, right? Their voters card, the ballot paper for them, they are already in the kitty. I told someone, I said, if you pay attention very well to this OB movement, Labour Party, OB, LP, and all of that stuff, right? I have told you this before, and I know so many of you who have invested and still investing your emotion right now, you are possibly telling yourself, no, it is not true. But fine. This OB movement is more kind of grounded, or let me say, moving, so to say, more in southern Nigeria as we speak. And in northern Nigeria, you see all the groups, individuals, everyone who is rooting for Peter Obi can tell you this free of charge, right? That they would possibly have moved more if the environment, if the areas welcomed it. You know it. I know it. You see some of these groups, right? You would expect them to increase more as you move into your campaign period, but it will be surprising, right, that they will dwindle more, and because of nothing else than the real threat when they feel like they are just about to keep this. Now, if Tifnumbu inherits all of this impunity, which he is going to inherit with the fact that they've settled for Shetima, right? That simply means that, somebody will tell you, you have to walk 10 times to be able to convince them in northern Nigeria. Indeed, as for Tifnumbu, He is not looking for you to vote for him. You, angry, frustrated Nigerians, young, old, who are tired of the system, they know your numbers. That's one thing some of you probably sometimes feel like, how do you think those who you probably in the past thought meant well suddenly changed because they switched side to the people you believed didn't mean well as well? It is because it is not about you, it is about them. And as it stands now, you see that Were Wike, the job they wanted him to do for them in APC. This is not even like a joke. As you are watching this broadcast, they said Amechi, the same guy who emptied the Rivers State Treasury for APC, Egbekegbe, in 2015. He became minister, and prior to the APC, Egbekegbe's convention had been a Congress primaries, Amechi was telling the people in South Niger Delta, he was telling them that he is the anointed son for Bokwari and APC. But do you know something? After their primaries, the Ubima, Judas Iscariot, is no longer needed. I'm not joking, because Tifnumbu bypassed him and he went to go and meet Were Wike. Since he met with Wike, Wike has now come out clean that God punish you, God punish Atiku. All of una we will know say you are not coming to fix anything. You are not coming to rescue any Nigeria. You are coming to come and make your friends who have been out of government for 7 years. You are coming to put them back in that same government to make them billionaires. No, they all know that's the intention of everyone. So it's now going to be about their personal interest, which is always about their personal interest, so to say. So when they got back to Nigeria, they told Ayu that Wike brought as chairman of PDP after they chased Secondus. Remember, it was this same Were Wike who went to bring Alimodu Sheriff. Do you remember that, by the way? It's a long story, but don't worry. It is the game for this 2023 charade. So when all Wike's plan failed, or them bust time, Baba decided that I'm no longer keeping prisoners. Listen, it got to a point that the same Were Wike that came out and denied that he is Igbo. Remember that it is because of this argument of whether he's Igbo or he's not Igbo, whether the the queries if they were Igbos or not, or whether River State is Biafra or not. That was what led the Were Wike to massacre the people of Obigbo. Do you remember that 2020, October to November 2020, when Were Wike declared curfew? No, she not curfew. Well, sit at home in Obigbo in River State. The local government that is populated by Igbos, Were Wike slaughtered men, women, children, young, old, in the name of proving that he is not Igbo. After the northern Nigeria political criminals showed him who is Baba, Wike is now praying in Igbo, asking Jesus and God to scatter PDP. I may not. Give me a sec. Right. So I may not be able to, I may not understand Igbo very well. I bet I have a lot of Igbo speakers on this platform that can help me. So tell me, what is Wike saying here?
So if you have given to Adabawa, you given to Benue, you given to Delta, won't you give Rivers? Won't you give Rivers? You take, this one take, this one take. What of Rivers? What do they take? Just you come and collect vote. Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, is a Jesus, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara, is a Jesus, Tierra Bara, Tierra Bara. You know, the God of confusion will put confusion in them. They think in Rivers State they are doing themselves. They will see confusion from now to the end until they withdraw and understand that there's no road there. Do you understand me? Come on, come on,
I mean, well, that is the Igbo part, okay? If you want to listen to the English part where he's taking a dig at them, I'll give you those ones in parts. Let's start with this one from Wike. I think the one he was talking to, yeah.
It's unfortunate. Today, somebody said, where were you when you founded the party? That those of you who said the right thing must be done, we are boys, we are children. You can imagine what power can do. You can imagine how ingratitude, how people can be ingrates in their life. I thought, as a party, as a chairman of a party, who wants to win an election, your business is to bring peace to your party. Your business is not to divide your party. Your business is not to show arrogance to your party. Dr. You said we are children. Yes, the children brought you to be chairman of the party. The children brought you from the gutter. The children brought you from the what? Gutter. To make you chairman, it is the children. You were impeached as Senate President. You were sacked by Obasanjo in his administration 2 times. Arrogance cannot take you to anywhere. Now we are saying that you don't want the party to win election. We will help you. These children you say we are, these boys we are, that brought you from nothing. Nothing. I said from nothing. We brought you. You say you founded this party, but you left the party. You left the party in 2007. You founded a company, you left the company. People stood and brought out the company to what it is today. You have no moral right to still come and claim that you founded our party at that.
Voila, no too much. Sorry, guys, just for a moment. I want to listen to Asari. Alaji, I won't make you just, boost my mood. Voila, not too much.
What is it, Charlie boy? Our mumu don't too much. Charlie boy, now your mumu not too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise. You are a mumu man.
a mumu man, and then throw the tear gas if all something way bad for this issue. We just pray. They say our mumu done too much, our mumu done too much. You be mumu, they call other people mumu. They never show you say you be mumu. Nigeria is not for Desani. Nigeria is not for Charlie Boy. Nigeria is not for Goodluck Jonathan. Nigeria is not for...
Nigeria is not for anybody. Anyway, in order for the old message not to be lost on you, okay, the point here is this. They are politicians, okay? And the best way to manage or to maintain your mental health is never to take sides in the Nigeria political madness. You are going to be the one with heartbreak. Because according to Wike, deal is on a safer side. You can go on and mingle with APC, Egbekegbe, and secure the Niger Delta for them. Even if not just River State, Tifnubu is not asking for winning anywhere. He just won 25%. Where the whole figure is coming from is from other places, and those places are safe, according to them. So what does Wike has? What does he has to lose? He's already lost nearly 1 trillion naira trying to become presidential candidate of PDP. It didn't work out. So he's made a deal with Tifnubu. Well, Obi was there too. But according to the people, they said it was Wike who opened the door and said, hey guys, I'm a free agent too. Anybody will get any offer, make them come talk to me at the London. No. And today, Wike is bragging that on his part, he has at least 15, no, she not 15, I'll be 12 PDP states that is negotiating with. And that was also the states he put on the table in London. Tifnubu came and asked him, what do you want? He made his, his demands. And from those who witnessed, they said they are already done deal. That is why he's not interested in Atiku, in PDP. And he's not interested in Nigeria getting better. And he's, in fact, not going to APC. So that don't think that he's going to join them in APC. No. From what we have been told, they said, from Tifnubu's team, if you are a PDP, governor, especially from southern Nigeria, what will be your gain if the entire northern Nigeria are going to go for this is the offer, this is what they said they are discussing. So if you are a southern PDP and you want to go for second term or you want to keep your state, we can tell all our candidates in these places, to let you have a free way, just have your way. Just make sure that we get our 25%. That's what we are coming for. Once we have that, you can win your second term. Guess what, Sheyi Makinde for you has also entered the deal. Although, you will be wondering, what were they doing with the Wike in London? They were negotiating for their future away from PDP. So as it is right now, if you are looking at Tifnubu, the one that is and you are looking at it and you're like, Lule, maybe your hope is going to be inside the obedient. I'll tell you what their plan for the obedient themselves are. As for northern Nigeria, it is going to be like Sharia. If you go about campaigning for Obi, I'm not joking, it's already happening. So don't think I'm trying to make you feel like, Maiyegun, you have not been there. I haven't been there. I can tell you this. You haven't been there either as well. Or you are there and you are one of those still lying to your fellow brothers in southern Nigeria because of the social media shares, likes, retweets, and all those things that and views and all that. When everything goes down, some of you will choose between going out there to talk about Obi or staying alive to live for another day. Not me. It is their plan. So for them, Southerners, they are the most loudest when it comes to this obedience and all of that. Yeah. Well. Somehow it will favor them. You know why? Because if today, according to you are looking for election, they are not. So where they believe that they are narrowing every obedient down to east, so that they can then cut down and cancel whatever it is that's going to be a threat to them. Listen, now they believe that if there's anybody that is going to be affected by obedience and angry Nigerians, it's not going to be them. It's going to be Atiku, PDP. So what they are doing right now is that no call of now do what you would like to do. As it stands, you might have to leave, or you might have to learn how to either fight or live with the longevity of APC. Because you see, those you think might probably be of a little bit of a puncture for the progress of this poverty-stricken nation, right? They are going to bed with them. That is why I said, you know why I don't invest my own emotion? It is because when the real time of deciding what will happen and how they will force it to happen, especially when they really have a stake in it, you and I won't be there. And right here before your face, before your eyes, yeah, the same set of people you think were on your side, they will switch that way. It is a Nigerian way. Let's go back to Rivers, where Wike was firing back. One of these.
Yes, so we can pepper them. Pepper them. Which are designers you pepper them. Pepper them. We are so pepper them. What designers they pepper them. We are so pepper them. Instead of everybody to concentrate on how PDP will win, you go and pay money to television houses to talk about Wike every day. Meanwhile, Wike and his team were busy bringing down every structure of APC here, providing the dividends of democracy to our people. Your own state, you're only busy talking about Wike. I've told them, when you have a child, give the name Wike. Since you so much like the name, what I want to advise my Krafi, look, you have a job. Make sure PDP wins Kaduna State. That is their job. Leave Wike. Make sure PDP wins in Kaduna State. That is all I have told everybody. In Kaduna, make sure PDP wins. In Niger, make sure PDP wins. In Jigawa, make sure PDP wins. If you win, then see whether we will win here or not. Operation show your deliver your state. Don't use any person's state to add up. So it's unfortunate. And that tells you, when I said the day I will speak, some of you, those you rate, you won't even buy them for a naira. At the appropriate time, I will tell you whom they are, the kind of characters we are talking about. People will speak here today, tomorrow they say different things. You begin to wonder, is it the leaders you are talking about? Is it this leader that spoke with me last night? Is it the leader I'm hearing now talking this morning? It's unfortunate, really unfortunate.
He's trying to be clever by half. It's not different, but you can feel his pain. I think I have another one where he's dancing. Let me see, I think it's this.
The truth of the matter is that if you can't beat them, you join them. Yes, so we can pepper them. I say pepper them. Which are designers you pepper them. I say pepper them. We can reach you make pepper them. We are say pepper them. Your designers they pepper them. We are say pepper them. We can you are better than the best. So say pepper them.
That's it. If you cannot beat them, you join them. If you cannot beat APC, you join them. That's what Wike was saying there. I like it when, when the obedience says, Maiyegun, don't worry, we'll surprise. Okay. I actually want to see that. Sometimes they say what you are going to use, or let me say the event that you are going to use in storytelling, you are going to actually experience that on this earth. So it's not going to be something you brought from heaven. So I would love to see that. Or can I show you Kolu, who came out, I think it was today, when the Bishop Kuka was having his 70th birthday, and I think he's launching something towards that. And Kolu was there. I think you should listen. Your President Kolu, and watch the faces of those who are there. And I'll show you something after that is so similar. Watch this.
It says, though tongues and tribes may differ, but in brotherhood we stand. And he sent the second stanza too. It's a pledge that Nigeria, I'm ready to serve. It's about service to this country. We inherited speaking in tongues from the Bible. But our diversity is a promise for prosperity. You are building an institution in the honor of your 70. I am 72. I could say contribute. I'm just months older than you are. But Bishop, you will help build not the institution, but the greatness of a nation. It's on your shoulder, it's on mine, and we must build it together. I must, and I will, contribute handsomely, personally, to build and see to the completion of that institution, because it reflects something. Thank you very much.
In the film, we personally ensure we inherited speaking in tongue from the Bible. And what else did he say? Our diversity is what? To our prosperity. Or more. Listen to this one. I don't know if you remember this. Buhari.
Livestock.
Huh?
Livestock.
National livestock.
I will talk about it. He doesn't know. He doesn't. I think it's he doesn't know.
These are all directed at Mr. President.
It's to me.
So corruption, yes, let me.
Cancel.
He can talk for
He
himself.
doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I want Nigerians to give you another opportunity to do another 4 years. Why?
Well,
He doesn't know.
I think
You get it?
Okay.
If you don't get it, forget about it.
Just forget about it. Well, as we count down to the charade
that they are putting up or putting together at the same time, I just want you to keep your eyes opened. And when I said the eyes, I think it should be just not just the outer, but the inner too, the inner eyes, because I have said it many times. There are things that are expected to happen. Somehow, the APC machine, as deadlier as they are, yeah, it will surprise you that they are not shaking. As we speak, it doesn't seem that nothing is going to shake them except if all of you promising us, all of you who have managed to get the attention of those who are done with Nigeria to begin to probably look at Nigeria again because of your OB. Except if you shock us, because here is what we are looking at. They are not shaking, and it doesn't look like anyone can shake them. Now, if they feel threatened, if you are indeed, if Peter Obi is a threat to them, well, let's see if maybe when they then stop you, that would then trigger the beast in you that some of you have managed to hold on to this time. That's not all. There's something about the current trend. I don't know if you have been paying attention to that. Okay, I have. And that is, we all know that restructuring, they talk of restructuring, they are always coming up whenever they want to have an election in Nigeria. Yeah. And for 22 years, for those who, that it took them this long, well, fine. But for those who have known this for so long, great. But do you know something? That restructuring has become a sort of a buzzword. Buzzword. Okay? A scam. Once you hear restructuring, anybody, any secondary school student can sit down and develop ideas around restructuring, just like the politicians are indeed telling their own their fraudulent media team to put together all the lies that they come to tell you all the time. Oh, we need to restructure Nigeria. I am going to restructure Nigeria. This is how we are going, a story. So, Atiku, over time, because I've told people, I said, if you look at this restructuring, some of you think the northern Nigeria, they don't understand the imbalance of the Nigerian structure as it is on a foundationless structure that could dismantle and just collapse anytime, especially if they continue the way it is. The northern Nigeria, they are elite, their political class, or even their own their people, they know that the word restructuring is just a fancy word for the systemic breakup of Nigeria. A restructured Nigeria means all the local government areas you have across Nigeria, they will be independent of all the states you have in Nigeria. All the states you have in Nigeria will be independent of the central government of Nigeria in some certain areas, which are actually the areas that keep Nigeria first together right now. The area of resources, sharing, extraction of resources, and then the sharing of that same resources. That is what is keeping Nigeria one today. Okay, there's nothing else. Anything else they told you, well, it must be among the lies that you should man up to unravel. Okay, so if you say restructure Nigeria, the local government areas will have to control the resources on their land. Do you understand that? And below the ground as well. So, which means a small local government area in Bayelsa State, if they manage their resources very well, can be so beautiful, so prosperous that It will be a sort of, you know, a sort of your own Dubai in the creek. They won't have to go and beg for 13% derivation from anywhere. They won't have to go to anywhere every month to go and collect allocation from anywhere. They will have to do it themselves. Do you understand that? And what does that mean? There will be no money to share. You see this sort of issue of a VAT being collected here and then shared generally. There will be nothing like that. Everybody will have to generate DS. Then everybody would have to make use of what they have if they indeed want to grow or develop as a people. So that structure that they say, let us restructure. A restructured Nigeria is a broken, it's like a, you know, partly broken Nigeria. The issue of Fulani terrorists terrorizing everywhere will be gone. The issue of corruption, where some of these, you know, unknown faces, by the way, rogues, but because of where they come from, they have suddenly became multi-billionaires without any invention or any kind of business, but just because of their closeness to the central power, where the supposedly scarce resources of the people are being squandered by minute few. So Atiku and the rest know this. They can tell you about restructuring from now till tomorrow. But whenever they want to be honest with it, right, they know restructuring Nigeria is a message that sells well in southern Nigeria. Do you understand? As a southerner, you understand the advantage of a restructured Nigeria. It simply means, you see all this federal character stuff where you from southern Nigeria are given different kind of, you know, sort of a target before you can be considered for anything, so to say, compared to the people from northern Nigeria, and obvious segregation that you all know about, religious, economical, and the rest of that. So if you know better about restructuring, of course, you'll be speaking grammar about it. But do you know that many of them wrote a book about it? In fact, yeah, El Rufaya of Kaduna was the one who shared the APC Egbekegbe's Committee on Restructuring in 2018-2019. They used it for campaign in 2019. After that, Bukwari came and he said, what is restructuring? He didn't know. Meanwhile, they campaigned in 2015. They campaigned for it in 2019. So when I see people today coming up with different restructuring idea, speaking grammar, then you know it's this election time. They are the words that sound so nice. They are kind of always catch the attention. It's always catch the attention of, listen to me, the gullible Southerners. Some of you don't know how gullible you are in this case. But again, you sometimes suffer from this Stockholm syndrome most of the time. You are in on it right now. Your emotion is in it. You want to save Nigeria. You want to do this and that. Then after you are done, after everything is done on you, then you're going to turn around and be like, what are those buzzwords again? Education for all. Consumption to to production. Unifier to one Nigeria. To this, to that, and all of that stuff that they're going to tell you. Everything, every buzzword will be gone. You are back to the same thing again, trying to survive under the new oppressor that if you are going to eventually validate and bring upon yourselves. So Atiku is smart. Peter Obi is smart. They are not just smart enough. They know which of the words will be soothing to you. To young people right now, the easy word is job creation. I remember very well. You see, you're going to see a lot too among all their lies. I remember very well when APC, Egbekegbe, said they were going to give you 3 million jobs. I remember how many of you became philosophers for Bokwari and Pastor Ruga in 2015. Once Bokwari become president like this, you will see it. all the terrorists will just disappear within 3 months. His body language alone will change everything. You were philosophical. You were writing everywhere. I don't know how you people even feel after anyway. Like, I don't know how people feel. I'm saying this to you right now because right now as we speak, except for those who are pretending, okay, many of you have taken sides. Yes, you have. Some of you taking side in their charade election, pushing to the second burner, right? Your legitimate advocacy for self-determination, for your resource control, for the autonomous region, every other thing you've asked for. Some of you today, you are not using the same tone anymore. You are not using the same rage anymore. You are not using the same anger anymore. Rather, what really angers you, what triggers you in this case. Do you want to know how I get to know that so many people have taken sides today? I foresaw that, by the way, but today they are happening. Okay. If you want to know those who have taken side in this whole charade, even if they are pretending, which you say something that is so unnice about Tifnumbu and they are Yorubas, they will be offended. They will tell you, I'm not a member of APC. I don't support APC. In fact, I don't even support all their election. Why I hate it. I mean, I hate it when many of you are always abusing Tinubu. You are always saying all the nonsense about Yoruba. Why are you? It's Tinubu, all that stuff. They get angry. And I'm like, why are you angry? Why? Why are you upset? We all agreed that those who contributed to this state we found ourselves today, whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, Ijoy, wherever you come from all over Nigeria, if you have been sincere to yourself, wherever state we found ourselves today, wherever state Nigeria is today, everyone from every tribe contributed to that, and they are still contributing to it. So if you remove your hypocrisy, you'll get to see that. So when did we start getting angry? Why would you get angry? Somebody says something about Peter Obi, and because you are an Igbo man, suddenly you are angry. But meanwhile, you don't support Nigeria. You don't support election, but you are angry. Why are you angry? It's because you have taken side. I have been everywhere. I've always been everywhere. Just reading people's policies, reading people's opinions, expressions, and all of that. Tracking what they have said, what they said 6 months ago on this same social media. What did they say 8 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago? Where were they? Where were those of us who were like all together as brothers, demanding for the immediate unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Where are the rest of us who are here as brothers, demanding, right, for justice for Oloye Sunday Igboho? Where are we? Today, more people are not really offended that much about Biafra or Yoruba nation anymore. You know why? Even if they have not come out to confess it, right? They have taken sides. They take offense. And you are like, why are you angry? Well, I always ask myself, I'm like, why are you angry? Why are you angry because I said something about Tifnumbu? It's not my first time. Why are you upset because I said something about Peter Obi or I said something about Atiku or any of these rogues, right? Why are you angry? Because you've taken side. Well, I know it. You should admit to that. Yeah? No? Well, the point I'm trying to make here is this. I choose never to invest my emotion into all of this. There is no dimension or any angle or any kind of a way their politics takes. Listen to me. What I will tell you is this, because of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is not what many of you are saying. Therefore, I realize that I would never invest my emotion in this, invest my time or what have you in trying to preach that there could be a light, there could be light after the tunnel. There is none. There is none. And if you want to like manage your mental health for real, you will begin to see Nigeria and their political whatever the way I see them. they are worth 0 penny investment or 0 emotion investment, 0 time investment, 0 anything investment. If you mistakenly invest 1 single % of emotion, you will drain yourself beyond what you have in mind to offer. So I have also learned that human nature, right, is always going to be, sort of demanding for what let me put it, they're going to be investing their energy in something that is never going to, in any way, benefit them. And they will continue to despise what they could just invest half of the same energy they are wasting away in, and they could turn things around on its own. So that's why I don't have any emotion for those politicians. Okay, I don't have respect for them. Now, person where they catch feelings for, that's when you see them and say, oh, he's an old man, oh, he's a young man, oh, he's an honorable person. No. Just when you invest those kind of emotion in Nigerian politics and the rest of them, that you begin to think maybe something is about, nothing is happening. So it's a waiting game. Why many of us will keep the message going, to keep reminding us that no matter what you suddenly found, no matter what they are currently telling you, there's nothing they tell you now that they haven't told you before. Okay? You just have chosen to hear them differently this time around, or you have chosen to, in a way, reshape what they are telling you into your own making reality, or let me say your own making, where you believe that it is comfortable there than the real thing. The real thing is about to hit everybody soon, and I'm not going to be one of those to be heartbroken. Okay? Because here is what I have seen, and I'll tell you. APC, Egbekegbe, brought us to this stage. And the way I have seen things right now, PDP, Labour, and the rest of them who are saying they are coming to rescue you. As we speak today, none of them qualifies enough to rescue you from APC, Egbekegbe. And listen, me, I like people who are, I like ambitious people. I like people who are optimistic. I am too. And that is why I have, but what happened is that I am not investing my emotion in your optimism. I am not investing my own emotion on your hope that you have outside these guys. But what I see is this. The one I'm actually placing my bet on is that if that your hope is so strong, and we are all currently misjudging northern Nigeria and the way they do their things. Let's assume that we are misjudging, as like me playing in your own playbook now as obedient, okay? Let's assume that I am not interested in your election, and I know why, and I've stated all of that. Now, let's say I am just being somebody who has no faith. So I want to invest in your hope. Let's say I am wrong, and all of us are wrong about northern Nigeria and their politics, and then you push it, and it's about to happen. And APC, Egbekegbe, truncate that. She last, what would you do? Would you not eventually feel like after all we have gone through to make sure that our will is done, now they want to twist us, bring out soldiers to kill us? What do you think will happen after that? What? Run away? Revolution? Protest? I don't know. That is what I'm saying. Do you get that now? They are not planning to have any election. They are not. And as we speak, they are so comfortable that there is no any single threat whatsoever that all of you watching me right now, that you are going to escape APC, Egbekegbe, for another 8 years, the way you are going right now. Me, I am saying APC brought this division. Their election and the lies coming with it, they are now somehow attractive to some of you. You are building hope again. Now, when you open your eyes, if they ever do their charade election, now you open your eyes and they say, congratulations, President Kolu, Vice President Shitty Man. Congratulations, President, and all of that. Are you actually going to be able to live with that? Some of you are not preparing for that, Abby. Whatever is going to be your plan B, I don't know. I am just saying it to you that if you open your eyes very well now, you may find yourself in the same dragnet of, the good thing is that, is it not APC? They brought us to the state of precipice, a state of balkanization, a state of a total and then a complete, failed state. So give whatever it is. They are comfortable right now. They are not shaking. If anybody tell you that APC is shaking, that person is living in that world that some of you are creating for yourselves, especially every 4 years. But with what is on ground, you will be trapped in this contraption for a longer time. Me as a person, I have seen it. Now, if there's any shock that is going to happen, then I will wait for you to prove that. Not be me won't prove anything anymore. But you see, you watching me right now as a Yoruba man. See, I have stopped investing my own emotion, investing my resources or energy into hoping or building anything in a failed system that we have in Nigeria. We are demanding for something better, something that some of you who are looking for quick fix, your quick fix is called leadership change in Nigeria. It doesn't change anything. It is still the same Nigeria. Do you understand? Whether it's a Yoruba man, an Hausa man, Fulani man, an Igbo man, whoever is there, it is the same Nigeria. Okay? If you continue to think and look for that your quick fix, and you continue to invest your time, your life, your resources, your emotion in hoping that something is going to happen every 4 years, listen to me. Many of us were in our teenage years 22 years ago. I was just probably 16 years old boy 22 years ago, right? In fact, what am I saying? 23 years ago, I was a teenager. I was just maybe about a 15 years old boy. Today, I'm a man, right? With a lot of kids, lots of kids. What does that tell you? You see, every 4 years, some of you are hoping that you're going to get something. You are aging. Before you know it, you will be completely off your time. Then you know what will happen? You will have to leave whatever is left of Nigeria then. Whatever Nigeria has become then, you would have to leave that for your children to figure out themselves. Now, if you ask yourselves, do you see that future now? So that's why we're saying that if you are not, if you don't want to be one of those who are investing their own time and all of that into, it's going to work or it's not going to work. You can begin to advocate for what indeed would work. Restructuring won't. It's a fraud. Everybody will tell you about it. They were asking Peter Obi about it. And Peter Obi also couldn't give any concrete definition of how it's going to restructure Nigeria. They know that the true restructuring means the gradual balkanization of Nigeria by breaking the stranglehold, that dragnet they put on her, on the entire indigenous people of that place. That is the first break. And restructuring is like the disguised word for it. But Northern Nigeria knows about it. So Obi couldn't answer that. He couldn't. No. Atiku said, I will devolve power to local government. I will do the story. They will tell you anything, everything you want to hear. But they're never going to do it. None of them could. The other day, or 2 days ago, for you to know that before it touch you, sometimes you might need to speak up too. Speaking up doesn't mean that right away it's going to change. Sometimes they help in louding the voice of those who we call the dissenter views, right? The voice of those who are never going to be silenced, okay? Now, You don't wait till it's your turn. You don't wait until it happens to you. And that's one worst thing about the people generally. If it's not happening to me, then maybe it's not happening at all. You see, all over the world, the damages done to Nigerians by the Nigerian criminal leaders, past and present, right? The damages live with us. Even when you try to japa, to run away from the contraption, you are not in any way safe or away from it per se. It's kind of a stick to you because, see, there's something that people all over the world sort of knows about Nigeria. It is the profligacy, profligacy of your own corrupt criminal leaders, their lifestyles. And they know that Nigeria has been categorized as a third world country, a place where you have over 100 million extremely poor people. They were made poor by your roguish criminal politicians, by the way. So the world knows. And if you look at the entire world, they will tell you. I'm not sure if we are not going to be first, but I can tell you, countries with the highest migration in the world, or highest immigration in the world, will be Nigeria. You know why? The country has been so ruined that, the brain drain in that country. Today, I'm one of the brain drain. One of those that, the failed system in Nigeria will probably have made people like myself something else if I'm not lucky. Like few of those of you who are lucky there. So we left Nigeria because we knew if we stayed back, right, it will just be God go do am. At least people there, they make them too. God go do am. Guess what? Even when God finally do am, you will eventually have to find your way to get out of there, because even their politicians, right, who loot their money, who budget to build things for them, they ended up in foreign hospitals. Their children, they ended up in foreign schools. Their wives and what have you, they ended up in the foreign hotels where they spent most part of their time in office as well, spending the people in Nigeria who has no water, who has no electricity, no medical care, no education, no infrastructure. The people they left in Nigeria are left in that squalor. And they loot them, they run away over here. Fortunately, people like myself ended up being those who actually give them back some succor. They call it remittances. Do you know, in 2021, Nigeria's foreign direct investment are the investment of those who took their money to Nigeria to invest in Nigeria. Do you know that from 2020 to 2022, the total amount of money that have been invested in Nigeria is put at $4.1 billion. And guess what? From 2020 to 2022 alone, right? Many of us, people like myself, hardworking, young Omo Yoruba, from my own sweat, like yourself too, people like me and you, we have remitted over between 40 and 50 billion dollars back into Nigeria in 2 years. Meanwhile, in 2 years, those who have gone to Nigeria to invest their money, because nobody is taking their money to Nigeria. Do you know that? Unfortunately, I'm not going to be part of whatever they push or whatever eventually happened. But for those who are going to be affected, so to say, you and I, on the other hand, directly or indirectly, just get your mind ready that we could probably save ourselves from all this. Look at this, nobody cares. Do you know? They treat Nigerians like, something I don't want to say. Then on the other hand, you have some set of Nigerians too. They left Nigeria, but Nigeria didn't leave them. I don't know how many of you have seen the video of these Nigerians who were fighting themselves in Dubai, in UAE. Nigerians were doing cultism in UAE, right? There are many horrible things that they claim Nigerians come to do there, but these were actually videos where Nigerians were moving into their fellow Nigerians' homes, right? Butchering them, macheting them, and all of that, so blood everywhere, killing themselves. Because Ake is fighting a year, or a year is fighting this one, that one is fighting that one. In Dubai, so that has brought so many untoward attention to Nigerians there too. The Nigerian government is not really helping too. So everybody is a sacrificial lamb. If it hasn't happened to you, right? Doesn't mean that it is not happening. The other day, 2 days ago, by the way, some of Nigerians who were traveling to Dubai using the Nigerian passports, they were stopped at the airport. No reason was given or nothing. And I think they were like telling them that they couldn't come in. For the past 2 years now, Nigerians who are living in Dubai, they have faced the worst of the worst treatment that you can never see meted on any foreign nationals in any country. I have not traveled to many places, right? I can tell you this. If anybody asks me, what do you think of Dubai? I'll tell you, if you're a Nigerian with a Nigerian passport, just look for somewhere else for your own sake, because you just don't know what could happen. It has become so bad. And since we are all on our own, once you say you are a Nigerian, you are on your own. Yes, you are. It is sad seeing this video of a lady was even begging, they had to keep them there for hours. Nobody was telling them anything. Nobody was helping them. Some of them were tourists, going to Dubai to go and spend money. But nobody cares about that blood money that some of you probably don't even know that you are living in a bloody country where they told you that until something happened to you, don't ever believe that they're happening. Abi? Sometimes you find out or figure it outside and you begin to ask yourself, man, this country, where yes, no, it is real.
We have a human right. United Nations, if I tell United Nations don't have this thing, it doesn't make sense. I have a human right. They approved my visa before I came here. I used my money, I buy my ticket. I came to visit.
I'm not asking to stay. I don't want to stay anymore.
Go outside. Tell her to go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside.
That's what is happening right now. We are stranded in Dubai. Look at all of us. There are so many of us. Somebody should help us, please.
We didn't commit anything. For what reason? They approved your visa.
So, on many occasions, people have reached out to me. Maiyegun, please, we are having this problem. We're having that problem. I'm like, listen, let's just we'll speak out. We'll speak about it, but ordinarily, if you are an American or if you are British, right? If you run into any trouble anywhere in the world, even if you commit any crime, you still have to get what is called the consular support. It comes first, right? For countries that are respected, but they don't have any respect for anyone like that. You've not earned it. Every now and then, you continue to empower your oppressors, simply because of your momentary and then what do you call it? Should I even call it a generational stupidity that some of you don't like to admit to? Those of you are always promoting and defending your oppressors. Unfortunately, outside Nigeria, the world knows you better. They do. And they treat you accordingly. People read the news. It's not like in Nigeria where they don't let you know what is going on around you. The whole world knows what is going on in Nigeria, and they treat you accordingly, just according to that. Unfortunately. So if you know do there, they will teach you from outside, just to let you know that, if you still don't believe that Nigeria, as they have done it so far, has really damaged whatever it should be, our own pride in any way. They've damaged all of that. So anything you do is just called damage control, trying to, we have rights. You don't, the whole world knows that if you are a Nigerian, you don't have any rights. Okay? You yourself, you know it. Apart from saying it, you know that you don't have any right anywhere. In Nigeria, you have no rights. Buhari's government, all of them, they make you
realize that you have no right until they say so. That is why everybody is always like out there, help us. Have these policemen slapped us? They collected, because you have to ask and cry out. As a citizen, you should never be treated like a garbage as we have been treated back in that place. You know it. People being kidnapped, abandoned in the hands of their kidnappers. Rather, their kidnappers have been pampered, rewarded, and all of that. Do you think the whole world don't know that? So if they treat you anyhow, do you really think that is what the United Nations will now say? Why did they treat you like that? I've told people, I said, listen, I'm in the UK now, Abi. I have every right to be here and all of that, Abi. And because they say I feel be here, do you know that? Tomorrow, if they say, oh yeah, Ogbeni, we don't want you here anymore. Get out of this place. We'll give you 7 days. And so I go call you and say, hey, they don't give me 7 days, so make a come out for here. I don't they come out for their country. But even at that anyway, I think they will still allow me to exercise some of my rights as well. Like in Nigeria, you don't get any right. So as a typical Nigeria, right, you're just going to know that you don't have any right other than places. Now, it's sad though. For some of you who now live outside Nigeria who actually have lived there for long. Many of us who are like, yeah, these people are racist. That one is racist. They don't like us. They colonized us. They did this, they did that. So many of us who have all those sentiments and all that, right? But you know it's that even where you are treated as human being. You are respected, right? You're right. If once your right is violated, there are places where you could go and all those, and you can get a redress, right? As a Nigerian who is watching me from Nigeria right now, is it no be man knows man? I remember when many of you were always calling Sega. Sega is no longer in your good book anymore. Sadly, it's not in your good book, especially if you are obedient. Don't mention Sega to them. Sega has been trashed. They say Sega don't fall off. But I remember that time in a country where you have police and the police have their own, police commission, police complaint commission, whatever. Police, they were calling everybody. Police will slap everybody. They will collect their money. They will collect their phone, collect things from them, and a lot of that. They couldn't go to the police and report. Nigerians who were supposed to have rights in their country, they will go on social media. Hello, Sega. As I was coming out of Ajegunle and I entered Moto to Obalende, as I got to Ojota, you see these 3 policemen, they stopped my Uber. When they stopped my Uber, I always read those stories, back in those years, yeah? You know what they are doing? Nigerians, they were calling on Sega to go and help them collect their money from the Nigerian police that robbed them. Or more. No be when they rob you, you're supposed to call police. You don't have any right anywhere. You know it. Now, Nigerians themselves will be telling you that you have, what's it they call that word? You have a freedom of speech. But freedom after speech is not guaranteed. Oppressed people, quoting quotes. Oppressed people that have been oppressed, people that have been ripped off. Now them, they quote quotes because they are defending their oppressors. So instead of you to report to police, you will report police to Sega. Sega will now go on Twitter. Philosophically, this is an aberration to the fundamental human right under the section, this and that. And then, the fundamental human right under the United Nations Commission, the Nigerian Police committed this is under the Police Act. And because of this, the Nigerian IG, who said it, Baba, calm down now. Baba go just so straight like that. Oh, but before you know it, police will collect 40,000. Go just say, now me collect the 40,000. Say, I can't collect your 40,000. No. The one that collected the 1 million, we just say, Sega, I collected the 1 million. Can't collect your money. On top waiting now. Which level? All this code, United Nations, plus America, plus waiting. That was how terrible it was. And it is just to show you the state of things in Nigeria. And it is still the same now. That is why some of these obedient are saying, obedient are like, Sega is angry. It's not going to be relevant again when Obi become president. Nigerian police is going to be a new police. Nobody will need to go and call Sega to come and bail them out again. Or more. I don't know what will happen. Or they believe so. They believe that. They didn't like it. They didn't like the fact that Sega felt so powerful and all of that stuff. But all I'm saying is that it's about right. Even me, people will call me, Maiyegun, please help me. They arrested my brother today. I say, me, now Scotland that they live. Oh. How could you be asking me to help you? They arrested your brother in Obalende. Or they arrested your brother in Ibadan. Now Glasgow they live. Are you? Because I know you may. Okay, you know what? I'll give you Sega number. Yeah, go and call Sega. Sega has managed to help at least 2 or 3 people. I'll be like, hey, Sega. But they say Sega don't fall off now. So myself no they help people with their arrest anymore. It's an example of a failed country. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Do you understand? That's the example of what you have. So some of you are open. Okay, then do you have plan B? Do you? Do you have plan B? Since some of you are investing your emotions so much in Obi coming. So if it doesn't come, what's the plan? Okay, maybe I shouldn't ask you. It should not be my business, okay? So I'll take that back. It's none of my business. But ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, there's little you can do other than what you can do in your own capacity. If you have been to that stage, if you have gotten to that stage whereby none of this whole thing freaks you anymore. Do you get that? None of the sweet talk, none of the political nonsense. In fact, none of what they say about Nigeria freaks you anymore. If you have gotten to that stage, I'm saying congratulations. You will never go back. You don't know what you have done for yourself. People are sleeping and waking up on top this Nigeria issue. Many people right now are really, really hoping. Some don't even care whether na Atiku, whether na Obio, may APC just go alorami and a conraboy. That's what some people are praying for. But it is not in their control. Now waiting you sabi control. You go to wish say maybe with your prayer go come pass. Come true on. Listen to me. Nigeria is a mix of madness. And there is no way you can even use it or you can compare Nigeria with any other African country. Don't try it. Don't let anybody lie to you. I've seen some of you jumping up and down for Zambia. The entire Zambia, I'm not sure they are up to Ogun State. I'm not trying to reduce them, but anyway, but yeah, I don't know the population of Zambia. And in Zambia, they don't have 250 ethnic nationalities, do they? They don't speak over 500 languages in Zambia, do they? Don't let anybody use any motivational this thing to cajole you. Acquire to maguire, aspire to acquire, require to retire, and all those things others aspire to maguire. Don't listen to them. Nigeria is a basket case of weary, like everything day inside. Many weary one leg, including hypocrites, liars, pretenders, and all of them, and they shout in the name of in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, in the name of Allah, in the name of this and that. Everybody they shout God in a mad place. Don't let anybody use all this motivational speaker. Don't let anybody use any motivational whatever to cajole you about Nigeria. In Nigeria defy all logic. Do you understand that? Nigeria, everything that defies all logic. Don't even try. Except if you really want to do it for money, which is what everybody does anyway. Go in there and do it for money. Take your own and walk away. Turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Do you understand? Hmm? So everybody will collect their own. Everybody will collect their own share. If you like, try to pretend that you are neutral. If you like, pretend that you are sitting on a fence. You see the whole thing, when the whole place come crashing. Now, those of you who are pretending to be sitting on the fence, now you are pity most. Because you see that fence as it all is reach, now one, everything will scatter. You see when a house collapse, and they say a building collapse in Lagos. You see, now when the building collapse, everything inside it will be buried inside it. Some of you, they rumble from the fallen fence. You know, they say Ogiri Alapa. There's no, see, there's no neutrality in what you have right now. That is why I'm saying that everybody should just know that whatever you choose, there are consequences. And when the consequences come, unfortunately, no be only you go share them. It's not going to be limited. It's not going to be limited to you. But it is always good for you to remember it, hopefully, because that Stockholm syndrome of a thing is an issue. If they don't want us to, they actually want us to leave Nigeria. They want us, all of us who probably feel like Nigeria should not be like that. They would like to see us gone and gone for good. You know that, and that is why people are emigrating and immigrating. They are moving away from Nigeria. Young people, and most of us are being exploited all over the world by the world that is so cold. And since it is so cold outside, trust me, the criminals in Nigeria who could use the skins of the wearies, the morons that are falling for their tricks all the time, they could use their skins, right, as just like the cow skins, so they can use you as a shield because it is cold outside, and you will continue to pay for that. By the way, so they are okay with that, and they are okay with that. Then what are you okay with? Be on the run forever, because with this Nigeria, there is no way out. Yes, there is none. Right? So thank you. To our brothers and sisters in Dubai, you know what I have to offer you? Now prayer. And the prayer is that all of you, right? Now Nigeria forced you out of Nigeria. Don't pretend. Okay? Now that you are in Dubai, Nigeria is happening to you. I just want you to have it at the back of your mind. It could be different if you actually wanted it different. It starts from your mindset. Some of you are in that Dubai. You are shouting a milokon, a milokon, a milokon. They never come your own door yet. I'm not saying they should come to your door. I'm just telling you that makomakon, oyeto kanraiwo, ole kanraide. Are you prepared when they sharp your door? When that Nigeria finally happened to you, the one you managed to run away from, you found a comfortable life in Dubai, in America, in the UK, and right there in that your dinghy, you are shouting, Iwo Lokon, one Nigeria, Nigeria, loving Nigeria from abroad. Oshe, Oshe, Mr. Loverboy, patriotic Nigerian from abroad. You see, you are an hypocrite, okay? But when the whole thing, when they hold you, when that happens, you would what? You will understand what it feels like, right? To be abandoned, especially by a country that you have been pretending to love. I think that's when your fake love is going to be probably exposed. Like, it's never going to make you feel better with it. I'll stop here. So I am going to call it a night. I thought I would take calls. I actually wanted to take calls. But what happened is that something popped up. I'll take calls tomorrow. Meanwhile, let me give you this info. This month, okay, what we paid for, I don't know how many of you have been seeing our billboards out there. If you are in Nigeria and you've come across some of these billboards in anywhere, it's just our way of sending that message and say, don't forget, the only thing you have is that Yoruba land. No matter what they told you, no matter what you are telling yourself, a day is coming, and we will continue to remind you, the only thing, the only identity that will care for you, right, is the identity of who you are. You are a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, a Southwesterner. You are a nation before Nigeria. But satisfy yourselves. We will keep reminding you, right, that except we all retrace and come back, right, to demand for what genuinely is ours. Put it this way, Nigeria projects where everyone is already marginalized or shortchanged, right? The homegrown revolution that is going to displace the criminals who have kept us perpetually down for Nigeria to force rape us, so to say, and they continue to do it. When I say force raped us, they took everything that could have been an investment into the future. I'm talking about our children in Yoruba land. Everything is depleting, depreciating. Now, we will continue to remind you that if you don't do something now, and you continue to promote this one Nigeria under this injustice, inequity, and all that, right? Listen to me. Your children would have to fight the battle when you are gone. Maybe if you understand what it is, you probably will do your best now before you are gone. That's my part. I'll play my part. I won't force anyone. It is always voluntary. So we are going to get back onto that. So we already paid, we already paid the million naira this month. Last month. This is the 1st of September, right? So we might get back on our fundraiser now, where we can do more if we choose to. Yes, people have been asking. We have over 5,000 of us already on the Yoruba Union platform. Many of you are more or less like, no, Maiyegun, this is not why we are here. What's going on? We want to get all our programs on and going. How are we going to do that? I have devised a means. I'm going to discuss it. We will likely have our People's Parliament on Maiyegun's Diary Political tomorrow. And if you would like to be part of it as a Yoruba man or woman, you are welcome to join us. So I'm going to throw the options open for us tomorrow. If I get an approval, if I get the support, if you turn up as usual, right? Sure, we might begin to cause that trouble, that distraction. I'm talking about the media war that is going to give all these APC, Egbekegbe, and the rest of them a good run for their money, especially in Yoruba land. I won't say much, but we'll see tomorrow. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate this. And then you can still like my broadcast. You can still like this and share it before you probably go to bed. I'll see you some other time. So good night from here.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun Diary, Diary Political. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré.